That said, what do you consider? And I imagine there are some people who they great
Doing great, thank you.
I imagine there are some people who come to you and they after you've worked with them, they wish they would have come sooner. What are the telltale signs that they have higher than average turnover? Because in their minds, they're probably thinking, all right, this is just how it works. People come, people go.
Yep.
What are the telltale signs that they have higher than average?
So you don't really need to be honest, you don't really need to worry about telltale signs because the math is the math. It's how many people are you hiring, how many people are leaving. Turnover is a mathematical calculation,
Okay.
and you compare it to industry average. And not every business has the same type of turnover. There's different businesses where people can be expected to stay for a long time, and there's different businesses like hospitality where people aren't servers at restaurants typically for 10 years. A lot of times there's people that just come to do it for 3 months or whatever. So every business has a different number, or every role has a different number. But you can look at industry benchmarks and just say, figure out what's going on. You go into a business that's been in business for 15 years and all of their employees were hired in the last 3 years. That's kind of a telltale sign like, hey, there's a problem. Why don't you have anybody that's been here for a while? Why is everybody new when you've been in business for 15 years? That is kind of weird to me. There's a story behind it. There's a story for everything, right? So, but that's where I start asking questions.
Okay, so does a person only learn what the industry benchmarks are by hiring somebody like you, or is there not a periodical or a journal or a census that they can go to know what the benchmarks are?
Look it up. Very easy to look up. What is the average turnover for a medical assistant at a high touch dermatology practice or dentist practice or whatever? It's very easy to do some cursory research and see kind of what ChatGPT comes up with and stuff like that. And you don't need to get too scientific. You just need to see like, all right, how far away am I from these indicators? Mm-hmm. And then you also kind of know, right? Like a business owner, if you go to a business owner and say, is turnover a problem for you? It's going to be a yes or no answer. They're going to know, you know what? I'm having trouble keeping people, or I'm not. Or people come here and they stay and they love it here, and they only leave when their husband in the military gets reassigned to a different base or this or that or the other thing and that kind of stuff. So you kind of know.
Okay.